Welcome, Mid-Missouri, another edition of Making a Difference. This is a great day, November 6th, 2012. What a great day. Mike, what happened today? What is today?
Today was Election Day.
Election Day. Nancy, did you vote?
Yes, I did. Wouldn't miss
Isn't
it.
this awesome? I mean, to think that we as a free people have the opportunity to place our vote, and it's the will of the people, right? Rules.
Hopefully, yes.
That's true. This is a great day. If you haven't had a chance to get out and vote, please do so immediately. And if you already have, great job. Hey, listen, our guests tonight, Mike Flanagan and Nancy Sell, both with the Heart of Missouri Red Cross. Nancy, what do you do for the Red Cross?
Well, my job is to try to get out into the community and get to know the people, get to know the businesses, and try to help educate them on all the different services that the Red Cross provides. So we do a lot of disaster preparedness. We have a lot of volunteers that we get trained. Everybody who responds to a disaster has to be trained, has to go through a training program, so we do a lot of that. We have preparedness programs that will help people plan in case of a disaster. So if something does come through here, they're already prepared, and then that makes them more resilient in the face of a disaster. So,
Community Development Manager. It's pretty impressive.
well, I'm also the fundraiser too. So
So
if
you- so
anybody
you
wants
wear-
to support the Red Cross, we'll be more than happy to.
So you
help
wear
do
many
that.
hats.
Many hats.
But you have to.
We-
You have to.
We're a large chapter. We cover 21 counties in mid-Missouri, and it's over 13,000 square miles. And it takes a lot of focus from the staff people to be able to provide all the services in that area. So we all share responsibilities and activities.
Well, let's talk to the voice, the communications manager, Mike Flanagan. Mike, tell me about what your role is.
Well, as communications manager, my job is pretty simple, is to communicate. When we have something going on, it's my job to get the word out about what our chapter people are doing, what our volunteers are doing, what the staff is doing, get the word out to the media, to the public, just let them know that we're there and we're doing what we need to be doing to help whoever needs to be helped.
Challenging?
It is very challenging. Like Nancy said, our chapter is 21 counties, and our headquarter office is in Jefferson City. So if something happens in Carroll County or down in Dent County, it is a little bit of a challenge sometimes to get that information out as quickly as you can. You know, we want to get it out as fast as possible so people know what's going on. So sometimes it is a little challenge to get information out in a timely manner when we're covering that large of an area.
Now, your background's print media, correct?
Yes, sir. I worked for the Jeff City News Tribune for 27 years in various capacities.
How's the transition been for you?
Well, pretty simply, I guess it's gone from I used to ask the questions, now I got to answer the questions. So,
Don't you like that? Don't you like being on the other side?
sometimes, not always.
Nancy,
Yes.
don't go to sleep over there.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
not at all.
I know you've been busy. Hey, tell us about your volunteer corps. How many volunteers do you have in the Heart of Missouri chapter?
We have about 300 volunteers that help with mostly disaster response. Everybody who is deployed for a disaster they have to fill out applications. They do a background check on them, and then they have to go through training specific to whatever activities they're going to provide. So we want to make sure that when we get people out there on the ground to help, that they know what they're doing, that they're helping the process and not hindering the process.
And if someone wants to volunteer, how long does it take to, once the application's submitted, your background's completed, how long does it take for that process?
Usually probably just a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And it depends on how the trainings are scheduled and what you want to do, and how many other people there would be that would want to go through that same training, so they can get a group of people to do it.
Very good. Now you've got a big event coming up this weekend, Mike. What's happening here?
Well, it's our Holiday Mail for Heroes event. It's at the Columbia Mall from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And what it is we have Christmas cards, holiday cards, Christmas cards that we will have people sign or write notes to service members overseas.
Just anyone at the mall can stop by and sign a card.
Yep.
That's what we're hoping.
And fill out a card and just say hello. We thank you for your service.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Well, we do have a suggested script that they can follow, but if somebody doesn't want to follow that and they want to put in their own message, that's just as that works just as well.
You know, my advice to everyone that signs those cards is say what's in your heart. I love your script, though. Don't get me wrong.
Well, I wrote it, and I have 2 kids in the service.
Even
so-
more reason to follow your script.
Well,
okay.
Okay, and I have 2 kids in the service,
There
so
you
when I wrote it, I thought, you know, what
From the heart.
would they want to hear from somebody who, basically, you know, they don't know them. So what would you want to tell somebody who's serving their country, protecting your freedoms, at this time of year when they're away from their families? What would they want to know?
Okay, again now, what day and what time?
It's Saturday, November the 10th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at
Very
the
good.
Columbia Mall.
Very good.
We're also going to be accepting donations for Operation Guardian Angel, and that's where a group of people have gotten together and they're putting together care packages for the troops. So if you want to bring AA batteries, paperback books, beef jerky, individually wrapped snacks, that kind of thing. So we'll be accepting donations for that, and then we'll package those and get those over to the troops too.
Okay, Guardian Angel. Now, when do you plan to send that?
We have to have everything collected by November the 15th,
Okay.
and then it'll take its course, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the
Now,
deadline.
is that a year-end, a Christmas event?
Yes.
Okay, great. Guardian Angel. In Missouri, when you're at the Columbia Mall this weekend between 10 and 2,
Yes, sir.
bring some small gifts to donate to the Guardian Angel program.
That'd be nice. I'm sure
Fantastic.
they'd appreciate it.
So what else is happening? You have 300 volunteers that you have to manage. What makes the Red Cross in Central Missouri so dynamic?
I have to say it is the volunteers, because those are people that give their time and their energy and some of their finances to help somebody who, what we said could be the worst moment in their life. If their house
That's right.
burns down or their house is flooded, you know, it's the volunteers that make it go.
Perfect. Good answer. Good answer, Nancy. What do you think? What's the heart of the Red Cross in Central Missouri?
Well, it's always about the people. So the people are very giving. They want to help. We have quite a few people deployed at Hurricane Sandy now on the East Coast to help there, and you know, they sacrifice. They go out of the way. They know that these people are having a really bad day, and they're willing to take their time and energy to devote to making their life just a little bit better.
My experience has also been that when citizens are having a rough time, the Red Cross volunteers are sharing that experience. They're having a rough time too, but they're there.
That's right.
So you have eight people deployed to the East Coast right now?
Yes.
Both your response vehicles
Yes.
have been dispatched?
Actually, every response vehicle the Red Cross has in the United States has
been
been sent to
dispatched?
the East Coast.
It's not surprising. It takes a village.
It does. It takes
And
a
this
lot.
village is mobilized. Outstanding. Anything else going on that you want to talk about?
Well, we have two things. One of them is we do health and safety training classes. We provide CPR, first aid classes, and then the AED, the automated external defibrillator. And just to tell you a quick story on that, we had a restaurant here in town that we met with and talked to them about their preparedness. Did they have anybody that was CPR trained? And they didn't, but the owner of the restaurant thought it was a great idea, so he had all of his managers trained in CPR, and within a month they used that training and helped save a life. So
Wow.
that's fantastic.
That is, I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, but they were prepared. And if it wasn't for the Red Cross program, they wouldn't have been prepared.
Could be.
Hey, outstanding job.
That's
How about you? Come on, tell me something really exciting that no one else knows that you're going to air for the first time on Making a Difference.
well, for the first time on our. It's hard to say, really it is, because.
How's your 2013 calendar look? I mean, any special events coming up?
Well, we have a program. It'll probably be next June. It's our. It's Lifesaver Awards. I'm sorry. It's where we take nominations from the community, from our 21 counties, and it's different life-saving activities. We have a youth lifesaver, police and fire lifesaver, medical responder lifesaver. So we take those nominations. We have a committee that looks into those, and then we try and honor those people that have
Wow.
saved a life.
I hope that there are no nominations. I really do, but we know there may be, and it's pretty awesome.
Well, it's just a nice way to get out there and thank people for, stopping when there's an accident on the side of the road, or doing what they normally do. And
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, the Red Cross, Heart of Missouri Red Cross is, or Heart of Central Missouri Red Cross. You're a not-for-profit organization, correct?
That's correct.
How do you fund yourself?
well, we were mandated by a congressional charter back in the early 1900s to respond to disaster, but the government does not fund us. So we rely basically on the generosity of donors, both individuals and businesses.
And
that
corporate? Okay. You're a 501c3?
Yes,
Would that make any donations to the Red Cross tax deductible?
yes, they are. They are qualified.
And if you got a spare dollar, you can always use it. Especially at this time, Sandy really
Yeah.
has to be taking a toll on your budget, on your pocketbook.
The people have been great. We've had people stopping by. We have an office in Jeff City and an office in Columbia, and all week long they've been coming in and being very generous with their donations. We
And
really appreciate
it's like
it.
anything else. Any donation is worth your time. $1, $100, $5. It all goes to a worthwhile cause.
Now, can you donate clothing, canned foods, anything like that, or would you rather have a monetary donation?
We have a clothing drop box program where people can come bring clothes, shoes, bedding materials, small household items. But we don't package that and ship that to the East Coast. It's just too hard to manage that type of product. So the financial, we can give them the money, they can buy the products there locally, help support that economy that's been damaged.
And the program she's referring to, if you donate clothes to that, we get paid for that. We get 7 cents a pound of clothes, so that goes into our disaster services operation.
Perfect, perfect. Mid-Missouri, let's support the Red Cross. You guys do some phenomenal stuff.
One more thing.
You have 10 seconds.
We need the blood. We need people to donate blood too. We've had a lot of blood drives that have been canceled because of the storm, and they
Where would you
need
go
it.
to donate blood?
There's an office here on South Providence,
South Providence, down by the stadium?
and in Jeff City over on Emerald Drive.
Very
And
good.
that's ongoing.
Listen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Mid-Missouri, to Making a Difference. November 6th. Wow, what a great day. Vote, vote, vote. Rachel Ellersick,
Yep, that's right.
the communications coordinator for, you ready for this? The Food Bank for Central and Northeast Missouri.
Perfect.
Wow.
Formerly known as the Central Missouri Food Bank. But
Why
we've-
the name change?
Well, for forever we've been serving the northeast part of the state, and so we adjusted our name so that people up there knew that we were serving food to that area.
Good, so you haven't confused that many people. You've just, it's more
We
descriptive.
decided to not confuse people. How
Oh.
about that?
Awesome. So here you are on November 6th. Have you voted?
I did, first thing this morning.
Great, great. November 6th, 2012. What do you want to talk about? Now, making a difference. We have a listening audience of probably anywhere from, 10,000 to 10 million.
Okay.
Pick a number.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about? What are you going to tell us about the Food Bank for Central and Northeast Missouri?
Well, for one thing, like I mentioned, we added the Northeast because we do serve a wide range. We serve about a quarter to a fifth of the state geographically. We go all the way from the Northeast Iowa border down to the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's huge.
Yeah, we are a regional disaster and hunger relief network that provides food to over 135 different agencies.
Now, you were telling me there's a difference between a bank, a food bank, and a food pantry.
Right.
What is it?
One of our agencies, a pantry would be one of our agencies.
Okay.
So we provide them free food. and then they provide it to their pantry. So clients actually come. The people that need help, that need food, go to the pantry to get food. We, however, we buy in bulk. The whole idea of a food bank is that we can take in truckloads of food at very, very low cost. We all shop at the big Sam's Club kind of places, and you can buy
The box stores.
You
sure,
can buy
the
more.
big people.
If you buy more, it's usually cheaper. And so imagine that on a regional scale.
On a 32 county
right,
scale?
exactly.
Okay, 32 counties. What kind of population base are you reaching out to?
Oh, Columbia is the biggest town within our 32 counties. So we serve a predominantly rural area. And it's
300,000?
yeah, that's probably the upper limit of what it is. And the funny thing about that is a lot of people think hunger is an inner city problem. They think, oh, that's not here in mid-Missouri and northeast Missouri, but rural hunger is a very real problem.
How real?
Currently, statistics say that 1 in 6 people in our service area in central and northeast Missouri don't always know where their next meal is coming from. And sadly, it's
1 in
worse for
6.
children.
1 in 6. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And for kids, it's 1 in 5. It used to be 1 in 4, so it's gone up a little bit, but 1 in 5 is still nothing to be proud of. That about 21% of the kids in our service area don't know where their next meal is coming from always.
You know, that's heartbreaking.
It is.
You know, it's we should have 0 children worried about where their next meal is coming from, but it's sad. So this is why you exist.
That's right.
Is to respond to the needs of those 1 in 5, 1
Yeah.
in 6 children.
Our ultimate goal is to put ourselves out of business. You know, we wish.
I'd love to see you out of here, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would respond to the needs of the families?
Well, we do work with the agencies that we serve. Our soup kitchens, our homeless shelters, our shelters for abused women and children. They're the pantry. About 80 of our 135
Okay.
are pantries. So where people can actually go. It's the end of the month, or they've just lost their job, or they've had some medical bill that's wiped out their savings. We can help fill that gap between the time that they're in need and when they get back up on their feet.
How long have you been involved with this?
I've been working at the food bank for a little over 3 years.
Have you seen the numbers grow in the last 3 years of the people that you serve? Have they declined? What's the trend right now?
The numbers have definitely gone up and have been going up since before I started. And they've kind of reached a plateau a little bit, but the number of people in need it's changed from, we used to always say most of the people we were helping was really temporary, but some of the need has become more chronic because unemployment has lasted longer, than they thought it would. It used to be people would maybe be unemployed for a month, but now unemployment has become more of a chronic problem, and the cost of food and fuel has gone up, making that gap between your food budget and what you can afford.
They're tied.
Yeah.
They are related.
Mm-hmm.
So the demographics, you mentioned 1 in 6 children.
People, 1 in 5 children.
Okay, 1 in 5 children, 1 in 6 people. Any specific age group that seems to be more in need than others?
We focus a lot on the kids because they're at such a vulnerable age that not having enough nutrition and enough to eat can affect them the rest of their life.
Very good.
So that's one of our top priorities, and we have a number of programs in place to help them with that. Another really vulnerable population are the elderly, because they're living on fixed incomes often, and their fixed income doesn't always keep up with the price of food and fuel and all their necessities.
How do you support yourself? How do you support your effort? How do you?
Well, the December and November are big months for us because people come out of the woodwork with the holiday spirit and want to help. And this year we have set for the first time ever, we've set a very, very lofty goal. And we're trying to collect enough food and funds to provide 15 million meals for people in need in our service area.
15 million.
Mm-hmm.
Look in this camera, and this is your chance to speak to millions of listeners. Well, maybe not quite that many, but whoever's listening, they need to know what they can do to help you.
Sure. It's for just $1, because the food bank is very, very efficient with every dollar. For just $1, you can provide 11 meals for somebody in need. So although 15 million meals sounds like a really big number, it takes very little to make a difference with just $1.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So $1. How do people make a donation to you?
Well, there's a number of kind of fun things going on right now. We have a virtual food drive.
We need to do something fun.
There we go. Let's have some
Yeah.
fun. You can go to our website, which is sharefoodbringhope.org, and there's a virtual food drive, and you have an avatar, and you go shopping through a grocery store. It results in a financial donation, but you can still have all the same camaraderie of a physical food drive, but just from the comfort of your own home.
Get the family involved. Get the kids involved.
You can compete. You can have a
Compete.
competition with the neighbors.
Yeah, just get everybody onto the site. What's the site again? Give it to us again.
www.sharefoodbringhope.org.
Wow.
And we also have, if you want to make, this is the time of year, you might have somebody who you don't know what to give them as a gift. Give a gift in their name, and then it's a win-win-win situation. You're
Fantastic.
helping.
Great
yeah.
idea. Great idea. And then get the kids involved. Kids should be involved in things like this. They should. You've got 44 full-time staff, correct?
That's right.
Keep them busy?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And that's all over, that's throughout the 32 county region.
Yeah, that includes our truck drivers, which are driving these massive truckloads of food around. It includes people like me who are trying to bring in the money so that our operations staff can buy food and help all these people in need.
Now, I'm going to throw a number out here. I think it's pretty impressive. 85,000. 85,000. What am I talking about? Do you know the answer to that?
You are talking about the number of volunteer hours that we had last year.
That's amazing.
It's amazing, and it's equivalent to 44 full-time employees working 40 hours a week. So our volunteers last year doubled the capacity of the food bank.
You couldn't have performed your function efficiently without 85,000 hours of volunteer time.
Not
you
at
couldn't
all.
have done it.
And the main thing that our volunteers do for us, and anyone can do this, and we're open all the time for volunteers, is help us repackage food. Because we buy it in bulk, and it's not pretty when it comes
Just
in,
comes
and
in.
it's giant. And so our volunteers help us get that into family-friendly sizes. And we wouldn't be able to get that food, we wouldn't be able to use that food unless our volunteers helped us repackage it into a useful form.
If somebody wants to volunteer, just contact you?
Yeah,
Contact your office?
call the food bank. Our phone number is 474-1020. Or visit the website. We have, if you're more comfortable with that, you can fill out a form, or you can call us. And we always need people to help in our volunteer room.
I bet. More importantly, if someone needs help, how do they get a hold of you? How do they get a hold of the food bank for some help?
Well,
the holidays are coming up, and I'd like to do something a little special for my kids. How can they reach out to you?
Here in Columbia, the food bank operates one of our agencies, and it's called the Central Pantry. And it's located on Big Bear Boulevard, and it distributes food every day. If you need help, come in. We ask that you can show that you're from Boone County, or whichever. If you're in another county and you go to a pantry there, that you show that you're from that county, and that you can represent everyone in your family. And then you can pick out food if you need it. And we do not act as food police. We don't try to police anyone. If they say they need help, then the first time they come through the door, we'll help you.
You're going to do everything you can to help them.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's phenomenal. See, I get choked up just thinking about things like that. Good job. You have any major events coming up?
We have the 2 days before Thanksgiving on the 20th, November 20th, is our Partnership Against Hunger, and Cumulus broadcasting radio stations partner with us. We camp outside of all the Walmart stores and Schnucks stores in Columbia and Jefferson City from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. collecting food and funds that will all go towards this 15 million meal goal.
How many celebrities do you have? And when I say celebrities, I mean community leaders out there?
Sure, we've
Yeah,
got
give me some names.
we've got Kristen Monica from KPLA,
Okay.
Simon Rose,
Outstanding. Who else?
David Lyle comes out. We have another
We need the
event.
mayor.
The mayor actually does. My second event that I was going to mention is in December, and the mayor he challenges Columbia citizens to contribute 1 million pounds of food to our goal.
Okay.
And so that day he'll do a proclamation and call it the Day of Giving and challenge this community to help us meet our goal.
Rachel, we need to shame him into action. We need him out there someplace. What do you think? Think it
Sounds
can
good to
happen?
me.
Shame him
You
out
get
there.
him a Santa hat or something.
Heck
Make-
yeah,
have
we
him
got city
carry a
councilmen. Let's
sign.
shame them all. Get them out there.
All right, sounds good to me.
Look into this camera. Now tell us again how to get a hold of you and what our community can do to help.
Sure. The best way to help is to give an hour of your time, $1, a can of food, anything that you can do to help, or just share information. And you can find information on our website, which is www.sharefoodbringhope.org, or give us a call at 474-1020.
Mid Missouri, let's make this happen. We can do this. November
15
6th.
million meals.
15 million. That's nothing. Come on.
We can do $1 can provide 11. So let's see how many $1 we can add up
That
to
only
get
leaves,
15.
let's see, 14
Carry the
million.
one.
We can do it. Rachel, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed this. And ladies and gentlemen, have a great November. Get out and vote.